on the water, an adventure around this great brown land and beyond. We're going to have a look at vessels and watercraft, from manpower to wind power, and we'll even crank it up with horsepower. So strap on your life jacket and get set to get wet on the water. Welcome back from the break as we go wake skating with Booney. David Booney Boone, not the cricketer, the wake skater extraordinaire. Booney, you're our famed cameraman for our series, and as I said, a wake skater extraordinaire. What is the difference between wakeboarding and wake skating?
Probably I suppose the biggest difference is wake skating, you're wearing shoes and you're not wearing a big boot binding thing connecting you to the board. It's more of like a skateboard.
Does that give you more of a freestyle range of activities that you can play with on the board?
Yeah, pretty much. You can't really do upside down flip tricks that well because you're not connected to the board and it sort of just flies away. But you can do like a kick flip where the board actually flips up, like does like a whole flip, and then you land back on it and things like that. So yeah, I suppose it is more of a freestyle sort of a way to get into it because you got more freedom with your feet. Even just carving along the wake, like slashing it like a surfer, is a lot more better than a wakeboarder because you've got the freedom of your feeding position.
Wake skating is actually probably a lot more difficult than wakeboarding based on the fact that you've got to work out where your feeding position is and the board may slip off. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, that's exactly right. When you're wake skating, what tends to happen when you're beginning is you tend to fall back and just skip out because you're used to the board coming with you because it's normally a binding, but this way it's actually you're not connected, so yeah, it's definitely much harder.
Now, what makes you get more into wake skating than wakeboarding?
The fact that I don't own a wakeboarding boat. I don't have 80 grand. I've got a jet ski and a tinnies and things, but you know, you can't go wakeboarding without a wake.
That is absolutely probably one of the most fundamental statements I think I've heard for quite some time. Now, you're saying you can just jump behind a tinny. What sort of horsepower are you punching out from behind a tinny to get you on wake skating?
If you're a little tacky, you know, like 15-year-old or whatever, you could probably get away with a 15 horsepower and one of your mates in the tinny, but 25 horsepower is what you want, generally, to get, you know, big guys like you out of the water.
Now, that is really cheap entry level to a sport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. You could probably get away with 3 grand with a tinny and all of that. And it's not just something that you're going to go wake skating behind. You know, you can go fishing, take a chick out, you know, have some fun.
So effectively, what we're seeing for a wake skate is just rip the wheels off a skateboard and away you go.
Exactly right, and do the exact same tricks. Go off big kickers and sliders and things and get yourself hurt. A lot of fun.
And the grenadiers, I'm caught in a beautiful girl. House will fall, rain will end. She's gonna topple the government. She's a scandal written in red. She's gonna topple the government. Love will conquer all of us. I'm more Vincent Omnia. Hearts fell and iron rusts. I'm more Vincent Omnia. I'm more Vincent to prove my love. I'm caught in a beautiful girl. She's headstrong and hell-bent. She's gonna topple the government. House will fall and the rain will end. She's gonna topple the government. Love will conquer all of us. I'm more Vincent Omnia. Hearts fail and iron rusts. I'm more Vincent Omnia. I'm more Vincent Omnia.
Now, wakeboarding is a fairly structured type of competition regime, not so with wake skating?
No. Last competition I went to, which I didn't really ride in, just had it because, I was too busy having fun doing, partying and doing all sorts of things. That's the sort of competitions wake skating is. Just everyone gets together and rides and does whatever.
So it's not structured at all, it's just get out there, have fun with your mates and that's it?
Pretty much. Generally it's just the best trick sort of wins and everyone always normally agrees on it, so there's no arguments and everyone's happy.
Wakeboarding appears to be judged a lot like ice skating, a little bit like Torvill and Dean, yet wake skating is a lot more freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Wake skating just is judged a lot more on style and things like that, whereas wakeboarding's goes, this trick's worth this many points, and so that's what the guys will do. It might look ugly, but that doesn't seem to matter apparently.
Well, I suppose the highest the rating score is what they're all after to win the competition. Wake skating, just expression sessions.
Exactly right. Expression sessions all the way. And then that guy ends up getting a lot of money just for ripping.
How cool is that? Now, having a look at the fin on the board, very, very small fin.
Yeah, well, good question to actually ask because I'm really the only, there's not many people that ride with fins. Most guys ride finless. But I guess I'm a bit of a wuss. I don't like to skip out as much, so so we'll just pretend I don't have one on.
For the sake of street cred.
Yeah, exactly right.
Now, one thing is, normally we ask, can I have a go? I'm still a little bit injured after the water ski jumping session. Maybe we can get into it a little bit later.
All right, maybe next season you can jump on the old wake skate and we'll show you hurting yourself and falling over and breaking a leg, hopefully.
Well, after my last attempt at wakeboarding, which certainly was not successful, I don't think that wake skating is going to be any better based on the degree of difficulty is higher.
I'd agree with that statement, Caveman. You're probably going to get hurt.
Awesome. I really wish that I could that we could get the jet ski out there, but pulling 100 kilos up is just not going to work in the jet ski. We have tried it off camera. Yeah,
we have a couple of times, and you just haven't got the right technique. You're a bit fat, maybe.
I'll tell you what, I reckon I'll get the new cameraman. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the show, and remember, tell your mates if they didn't get to see it on the TV, they can go to the onthewater.com.au website and they can check it out there. And remember, whether you're sailing over the horizon or you're playing in the bathtub with your rubber ducky, a bad day on the water is better than a good day at work. See you next week.